Jonathan.
Mi amor.
Dream that I had when I was young, of smiles and laughter, joy with friends all around. A warm blanket of family's love, shielding me from the cold. Living the life, head held high, so happy and bold. All I cared was for today, let the fun unfold. A bright future lay ahead of me. Study hard, my teacher said, make a mark. Made no sense what they said. Life was too good for me to care. And then the war began, nothing feels turned red. Shattered hopes, broken dreams, leaves from our lives fled. Oh, why is the world this way? Full of hate and fear. Dreams of a generation turned to dust. Darkness reveals everywhere. Is there someone who can bring about a change? Someone who can take away the pain? Yes, the power's within us. Discard the hatred that divides us. Let the bonds of love enjoy us. Let the threads of peace bind us instead. Why, oh, why is the world this way? Full of hate and fear. Dreams of a generation turned to dust. Darkness reveals everywhere. Oh, why is the world this way? Full of hate and fear. Dreams of a generation turned to dust. Darkness reveals everywhere. Why, oh, why?
Thank you very much to Kekashan Basu, Youth Ambassador of the World Future Council. I would like to ask her to give a short welcome to our parliamentarians, to our just about to be awarded persons, and to all our presidium, please.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 Future Policy Award ceremony. My name is Kehekasha Basu. I am the Youth Ambassador of World Future Council and the founder president of Green Hope Foundation. And it is my pleasure to be able to lead you through this afternoon's program. We have 1.8 billion people globally between the ages of 15 and 35. So we are the largest generation of young people the world has ever known. Young people play a very crucial role in the fulfillment of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. And therefore, leadership and political will are key to our empowerment. And we are here today to celebrate the laws and policies that are empowering youth. Every year, the World Future Council's Future Policy Award identifies exemplary laws and policies that are addressing the most pressing challenges that humanity is facing. And since its inception, the Future Policy Award has recognized 51 policies from 37 countries. And past awards have been given for policies on protecting biodiversity, oceans, forests, food security, as well as on disarmament, children's rights, ending violence against women and girls, combating desertification, and scaling up agroecology. This year, 2019, in partnership with the Interparliamentary Union and the United Nations Development Program, along with support from the UN Secretary General's Youth Envoy, the Youth Policy Labs, the ILO, the Michael Otto Foundation, and the JUA Foundation, we are awarding the laws and policies that are empowering youth. A call for nomination is distributed to more than 10,000 experts. And today, we got nominations from 67 policies from 36 countries. And the policy evaluation was based on the 12 principles of future lawmaking that was adopted by 192 states at the World Summit on Sustainable Development. And an international jury composed of 11 of the world's top experts on youth empowerment from all continents have chosen this year's award-winning policies. And today, the winners will get the global recognition that they deserve. I now invite to the lectern the President of the Interparliamentary Union, the Honorable Gabriela Cuevas Barron. The floor is yours.
Colleagues, distinguished guests, distinguished representatives of partner organizations, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to push the start button of 1 hour of celebration of youth empowerment. I first wish to acknowledge the amazing work of the World Future Council for leading this award process. Over the last year, we were very happy to work closely with the World Future Council, as well with UNDP, the ILO, the UN Secretary General Envoy on Youth, and Youth Policy Labs to uncover the world's best policies for youth empowerment. We looked at this forum 2 angles: youth political participation and youth economic empowerment. The evaluation of policies took us on a journey. It introduced us to amazing initiatives that too often do not get the attention they deserve. The next hour is about putting this in the spotlight. Picking the winners was not easy. As member of the jury, I can confirm that we debated for hours. Many great initiatives did not receive an award. However, we did not leave them behind. Before you is a brochure which highlights not only the winners, but also many other nominees. I hope you will all pick up a copy to get a taste of the great work being done in so many different countries to empower young men and women. Let's give a round of applause to both the winners and the nominees of this award. I hope they will inspire our action as members of Parliament. Colleagues, as a young or youngish MP myself, the issue of youth empowerment is very close to my heart. But it should be close to all our hearts. Why, you may ask? Because today we have the highest youth population in human history. There has never been a more important time to empower our youth. 1.8 billion people in the world are between 10 and 24 years of age. More than half of the total world's population is under 30 years old. The youth bulge is real. How well young people transition into adulthood will determine whether this bulge is a ticking time bomb or a demographic dividend. We need to do much more to harness this opportunity and ensure that youth are prepared to prosper in the years ahead. Allow me to tell you a little bit about the reality that youth is facing right now, because perhaps this is going to be the first generation in many, many countries that is not going to have the same opportunities as their parents. In many, many countries, youth is having less opportunities than the previous generations. Over 260 million children and youth are out of school. Youth are 3 times more likely to be unemployed than adults. Youth are being left behind economically. One reason for this is because they are also often left behind politically. The under 30s make up more than half the world's population, but they make up only 2% of the world's members of parliament. In 2/3 of the countries, young people can be old enough to vote, even to get married, but not old enough to be elected to parliament. This is not reasonable, this is not fair, and certainly this is not democratic. We can and must do better. Bringing more youth into our political processes is not only important because that's the right thing to do, but because it is also the smart thing to do. We are facing grave challenges. The next 20 years will determine whether we, as a global community, are up to the task. Every one of us, young and old, has a contribution to make. We need all hands on deck, and especially need the intelligence, enthusiasm, innovativeness, and fresh perspectives of young people to help us solve the world's problems together. I am proud that youth participation has been a signature issue for the IPU for the last decade. The Forum of Young Parliamentarians is the voice of the world's young MPs and an engine for youth power in the IPU and in all the world. Dear colleagues, in evaluating the world's policies, we have learned about many of the factors that can make them impactful. For example, policies should be gender responsive, well-resourced, and evidence-based. But if there is one overarching key, is that good practices have youth in the lead in their design, implementation, and evaluation. As the members of the Forum of Young Parliamentarians often say, no decisions about us without us. I hope we all take this message to our heart. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees for this year's Future Policy Award. I hope that these examples serve both as a source of inspiration, but more importantly, as a trigger for action. Thank you very much, and again, congratulations.
I thank the Honorable Gabriela Cuevas Barron for opening the Future Policy Awards ceremony and for hosting us during the IPU Assembly. As we just heard, half the population is under the age of 30, but only 2% of MPs are in this age group. One of the IPU's key objectives is to empower youth by bringing more young people into parliaments to ensure stronger, more representative, and future-looking democratic institutions. The following winning laws and policies show that there are many great initiatives all around the world that can act as an example for other countries to harness the potential of youth in the field of civic engagement and political participation. It is now my pleasure to call on stage the Honorable Melvin Buva, President of the IPU Forum of Young Parliamentarians and Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Suriname, and Ms. Martina Darmanin, Member of the Executive Committee of the European Students' Union, to give the first congratulatory speech.
Excellencies, honorable members of parliament, ladies and gentlemen. The Future Policy Bronze Award 2019 in the category of civic engagement and political participation goes to the Council of Europe's co-management system of the youth sector.
Before congratulating our first policy, I would like to first say a few words about some of the excellent policies that did not win an award. As you know, the IPU has a long called for countries to adopt youth quotas. As you will see in the Future Policy Award brochure, 2 countries with youth quotas, Peru and Tunisia, were shortlisted nominees for this award. The IPU has also called for the reduction of ages of eligibility to run for public office. I am pleased to say that Nigeria's not too young to run constitutional amendments were also one of the nominees shortlisted. Applause. I wish to thank and congratulate these countries for their important initiative to empower youth political participation, and I hope they can serve as an additional inspiration to all of us here today. The Council of Europe co-management system is one of the world's longest-standing examples of participatory democracy in supranational institutions, and one of the very few examples of shared decision-making between governments and young people where power is shared in full 50-50 parity. Through the co-management model, more than 10,000 grants have been awarded to youth organizations, which is with a cumulated volume of more than 130 million euros. And youth leaders and activists have received training and education which has changed the youth sector profoundly. Moreover, this model for co-management has been applied in a wide range of other governance and/or policy contexts.
We therefore warmly congratulate the Council of Europe for its co-management system, which is this year's winner of the 2019 Future Policy Bronze Awards.
So, dear colleagues, while we will now see a short video about the policy, we invite already Ms. Shana. It's a very difficult, can you pronounce it?
It's actually Mr. Flesenke that will be receiving the awards today.
All right. Director of Democracy of the Council of Europe to join us today on stage. With applause.
A warm welcome to Mr. Tobias Flessenkemper, head of the Council of Europe office in Belgrade, and our sincerest congratulations to the Council of Europe for their outstanding co-management model. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause.
Hello. Yes. So, Mr. Flesenke, we would love to hear from you on what you believe is the most added value of the Council of Europe's co-management system for youth participation in political processes.
Thank you very much. First of all, on behalf of the Secretary General and all member states of the Council of Europe, many of them present here for this award. The Council of Europe is 70 years old, so a little bit younger than the IPU. The youth policy you are awarding is from 1972, so a little bit of the Bronze Age, if you wish, of what has been being awarded in the past. What is the added value? What is the special thing? I think the most special part of the youth policy of the Council of Europe is that we have two youth centers, one in Strasbourg and one in Budapest, where young people are not only doing co-decision making, but they are given the same or similar working conditions to work in an international environment as you, as delegates, as representatives of parliaments or governments are given. And that is unique in the world, that we give the same working conditions to young people to work together for peace, for security, and cooperation in Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Flessenkemper, Ms. Darmanin, and Mr. President. We will now hear the congratulatory speech for the Future Policy Silver Award.
Excellencies, honorable members of parliament, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Future Policy Silver Awards 2019 in the category of civic engagement and political participation goes to Nepal's constitution.
The Constitution of Nepal marked a major achievement for the country's peaceful transition to democracy following the civil war of 1996 to 2006. The Constitution introduces a competitive multi-party democratic system and ensures human rights, including the right to a healthy environment. Its articles contains provisions for youth rights relating to participation and empowerment in Nepal, as well as protection from discrimination. Since its promulgation, a suite of youth policies and institutional developments have taken place, including approval of the National Youth Policy 2015, the establishment of the National Youth Council also in 2015, and the development of the Youth Vision 2025 and the 10-year strategic plan 2015.
We therefore warmly congratulate Nepal for its constitution, which is this year's winner for the 2019 Future Policy Silver Award.
And dear colleagues, Excellencies, whilst we now see a short video about Nepal's policy, we kindly invite already Mr. Ganesh Temalsina, the Honorable Chairman of the Upper House of the Parliament of Nepal, to join us on stage.
A warm welcome to Mr. Ganesh Temelshina, Right Honorable Chairman of the Upper House of the Parliament of Nepal. Our sincerest congratulations to Nepal for enshrining youth rights into their constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause.
So, Honorable Chairman Temelshina, congratulations on the award. We would like to know, what does this award mean for Nepal?
धन्यवाद। नेपालमा हामीले सन् 2015 मा नयाँ संविधान जारी गर्यौं। जननिर्वाचित संविधान सभाबाट जारी गरेको संविधानमा खास गरी बालबालिका, महिला र युवाहरूको लागि विशेष अधिकारहरू हामीले संरक्षण गरेका छौं र युवाहरूको लागि रोजगारी, शिक्षा र आवास र त्यसको साथसाथै स्वास्थ्यको व्यवस्था गरेका छौं र बेरोजगार युवाहरूलाई रोजगारी दिन नसकेको खण्डमा बेरोजगार भत्ता दिने भनेर विशेष गरी युवाहरूलाई प्रोत्साहित गर्ने व्यवस्था हामीले गरेका छौं। मलाई लाग्छ यो अवार्ड त्यसैको स्वरूप हामीले पाएका छौं।
Thank you for this award. The Constitution of Nepal, which was adopted in 2015, has rightly provided all the rights to the Nepalese youth, and it has provided all the provisions for the employment and unemployment funds for them, and all the rights enshrined in the Constitution.
And what do you believe to have been the most beneficial impact of Nepal's constitution on young Nepalese?
नेपाली युवाहरूलाई शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्यको र रोजगार यो तीनटा कुराहरू पूरा गर्नको लागि राष्ट्रले आर्थिक समृद्धिको दिशामा अगाडि बढ्ने र खास गरिकन युवाहरूलाई शिक्षा दिनुपर्छ र शिक्षापछि उनीहरूलाई रोजगार प्रदान गर्नुपर्छ र रोजगार यदि दिन सकेन राज्यले भने बेरोजगार भत्ता दिनुपर्छ। यसको मतलब बेरोजगार भत्ता दिनुभन्दा रोजगारमा नै राज्यको जोड जानुपर्छ भन्ने हाम्रो मान्यता हो र त्यसै अनुसार नेपालको सरकारले नीति र कार्यक्रम लिएर अगाडि बढेको छ। धन्यवाद।
Nepalese government has formulated the policy to empower the youth through the education, providing the health, basic health, and the employment provisions to them. So if they do not get the employment properly, they will be provided with the unemployment allowances. But it is not that we would like to promote this. It is our provision that we provide them the employment. These are three aspects of the national policy, youth national policy of Nepal.
Thank you, Right Honorable Temelshina, Mr. President, and Ms. Darmanin. It is now my honor to welcome on stage Mr. Martin Chugang, Secretary General of the Interparliamentary Union, and Ms. Sophia Najid, North Africa representative of the All Africa Students Union, who will present the Gold Award in the category of civic engagement and political participation.
Excellencies, honorable members of parliament, ladies and gentlemen, the Future Policy Gold Award 2019 in the category of civic engagement and political representation goes to Estonia's Youth Field Development Plan.
Estonia's Youth Field Development Plan is a comprehensive government policy for young people and the youth sector. Its overarching goal is to ensure that each young person has ample opportunities for self-development and self-realization. The policy is knowledge-based and evidence-informed, participatory in development and implementation. It is also gender-responsive. It employs a holistic approach to youth development, and it's fully resourced. It is one of the first youth policies globally to fully respect the Baku principles for youth policy, and one of the very few to emphasize the link between public policies for young people and sustainability and the environment. It promotes high levels of engagement with young people, with youth workers, with 20% of youth workers participating in training programs in a year. As a result, more than 50% of all young Estonians have been involved in youth work activities every year since 2014.
We therefore warmly congratulate Estonia for its Youth Field Development Plan, which is the year's winner of the 2019 Future Policy Gold Award.
While we now see a short video about Estonia's policy, I invite Ms. Rilike Ojakivi, Head of the Youth Affairs Department, and Mr. Mart Leitmetz, Secretary General from the Ministry of Education and Research of Estonia, to join us on the stage.
The youth field must go hand in hand with social and technological change. This means that youth work must meet the needs young people identify themselves and provide them with access to a range of new, versatile, and attractive activities. Smart Youth Work stands for Innovative Development of Youth Work, which involves developing and using smart solutions in youth work, but also includes components of research, quality, and policy making. Smart youth work is not a practice that represents a type of youth work, nor does it replace any existing practices. Our ambitions are that smartness is an underlying principle of youth work in Estonia. Youth workers are trained sufficiently and extensively on how to find a safe and secure role for digital content and tools in their work. Local governments are open to new ways of organizing youth work based on young people's views on how to best provide it, smartly, virtually, globally. To the clouds.
A warm welcome to Ms. Oyakivi, Head of the Youth Affairs Department, and Mr. Leitmetz, Secretary General of the Ministry of Education and Research of Estonia. Our deepest congratulations to Estonia for its Youth Field Development Plan. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them another big round of applause.
Hello. We wish to know from Ms. Oyakivi, in 30 seconds please, how do young Estonians feel about receiving the Future Policy Gold Award? Thank you.
Well, in Estonia, we as policymakers really try not to guess on behalf of young people, but to really ask and to include their opinion. So I think this question is best to address directly to youth. But since youth has an important role in development of youth policy in Estonia, I think that they are as proud and happy as we are, who we are responsible for policy making. Thank you.
And Mr. Leitmetz, in 30 seconds, please. What is the most important impact that the Youth Field Development Plan had on young people's lives?
I think that plan shows the commitment of a whole republic for youth policy, but on the other hand, it shows that young people are also very committed to youth work. Most of them are actively participating, and the most important is that in the future they are very active citizens.
Thank you, Ms. Oyakivi, Mr. Leitmetz, Mr. Secretary General, and Ms. Najid.
Thank you.
The global youth unemployment rate is 3 times higher than that of adults. 1 in 5 young people are not currently in employment, education, or training, and 3 out of them are young women. This must change. The following winning policies are on youth economic development and decent and sustainable jobs. And we start with the Future Policy Vision Awards. The Future Policy Vision Awards are given for visionary, path-breaking policy approaches which promise to contribute substantially and radically to solving the most difficult challenges that we face. This is certainly the case for this year's winners. The first Vision Award goes to Los Angeles Green New Deal 2019. Let's first watch a short film about this inspiring city.
Climate change is an urgent crisis that demands leadership. That's why we're making Los Angeles a global leader in reducing harmful emissions with our Green New Deal. LA has become the #1 solar city in America. We're moving toward a renewable future by phasing out 3 major natural gas plants. We've also made major progress in conserving and reusing our resources. In the face of a historic drought, we reduced water consumption by 20%. And by 2035, Los Angeles will recycle 100% of our wastewater. And we've shown that all this progress goes hand in hand with economic prosperity by creating more than 30,000 green jobs. But this is just the beginning. LA's Green New Deal sets new, bold targets, trains workers in the industries of tomorrow, prioritizes vulnerable communities most affected by rising temperatures, and puts us on a path to a carbon-neutral future faster than ever before. We know that decisions made today will shape the lives of our children and our grandchildren tomorrow. So we'll keep confronting this crisis with the urgency it demands, because the cost of inaction is far too great.
We are now very honored to hear from Mr. Musa Umaru, Deputy Director General for Field Operations and Partnerships of the International Labour Organization, who will provide the congratulatory remarks via video.
Members of the Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, the first Future Policy Vision Award 2019 goes to Los Angeles' Green New Deal. Los Angeles launched its Green New Deal in April this year with the aim of guiding the city's transition into an equitable and abundant economy powered by 100% renewable energy by 2045. Containing more ambitious goals to uphold the Paris Agreement, it serves as an update to its Sustainable City Plan, which has already met 90% of the near-term goals on time. The Green New Deal is a comprehensive roadmap to protect the environment, strengthen the economy, jobs, solar panels, and the energy-efficient homes, to developing new energy technologies to fulfill the vision of creating 400,000 green jobs by 2015. Moreover, Los Angeles' Green New Deal serves as an inspiring model for other cities across America and beyond. Please join me in warmly congratulating and applauding Los Angeles for its vision, which entirely merits to be one of the 2019 Future Policy Vision awardees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Omaru. The second Future Policy Vision Award is given to Senegal National Strategy for the Promotion of Green Jobs 2015 to 2020. Let's first watch a short film about this outstanding policy.
Diagne Amadou Lamine, je suis au ministère de l'Environnement et du Développement durable du Sénégal et j'ai coordonné l'élaboration de la stratégie nationale de promotion des emplois verts. Nous avons senti la nécessité de disposer d'une stratégie sur les emplois verts dès que nous avons voulu faire dans le domaine, c'est-à-dire dès que nous avons voulu créer des emplois verts.
Promouvoir la création d'emplois verts durables et décents au profit des jeunes et des femmes, tel est l'objectif principal du projet de promotion des emplois verts. Ce projet, lancé par la Direction des financements verts et des partenariats du ministère de l'Environnement, contribue à la lutte contre la pauvreté et promeut la gestion durable de l'environnement. L'emploi vert est défini comme toute activité humaine, décente, individuelle ou collective, qui procure des revenus, préserve l'environnement et garantit une utilisation rationnelle des ressources naturelles. Toujours à Dakar, Bouchra Talla, cofondatrice de CETIX, est spécialisée dans le recyclage des déchets électroniques. Financée en 2015 par la DVP, elle récolte et démantèle des déchets électroniques ainsi et sensibilise aussi sur l'impact.
I now call on stage Mr. Alan Ware, founder and global coordinator of Parliamentarians for Nuclear Non-Proliferation and Disarmament, World Future Council's counselor, and recipient of the Right Livelihood Award. From New Zealand, and Ms. Sophia Najid, North Africa representative for the All Africa Students Union, to give the congratulatory speech.
This one is not yours. Excellencies, honorable members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, the second Future Policy Vision Award 2019 goes to Senegal's National Strategy for the Promotion of Green Jobs.
Elaborated in a participatory manner, Senegal's strategy serves as a reference framework for the green economy. It strengthens the legislative, institutional, and regulatory framework, creates green job opportunities, and sets up mechanisms for monitoring and sustainability. Its development was supported by the Partnership for Action on Green Economy, which brings together 5 United Nations agencies that assist countries wishing to embark on greener and more inclusive growth trajectories. It's truly remarkable that as of June 2019, about 2,000 green jobs have been created in Senegal, with young people and women as the main beneficiaries. Of the many green job projects that have been launched, recycling, aquaculture, and forestry projects all generated a return on investment in the second year of production. Furthermore, Senegal's strategy has been taken as a model by other countries in Africa and beyond.
We therefore warmly congratulate and applaud Senegal for its vision, which well deserves one of the 2019 Future Policy Vision Awards.
Our sincerest congratulations to Senegal for its national strategy for the promotion of green jobs, and to Los Angeles for its Green New Deal. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for them. It is now my pleasure to call on stage Mr. Charles Chauvel, Global Lead, Inclusive Processes and Institutions of the United Nations Development Programme, and Ms. Martina Darmanin, member of the Executive Committee of the European Students' Union, to give the next congratulatory speech.
Excellencies, honourable members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, the Future Policy Bronze Awards 2019 in the category of economic empowerment goes to South Africa's Expanded Public Works Programme.
Excellencies, on behalf of the Administrator of the United Nations Development Programme, Achim Steiner, greetings. I'm delighted to say that the Expanded Public Works Programme of the Republic of South Africa is a nationwide programme. It provides poverty and income relief through temporary work for the unemployed. It's the country's largest active labour market policy, which since its inception has generated over 8 million work opportunities, primarily reaching women, 66%, and youth, 46%, as beneficiaries. Unlike most public works programs, it generates temporary labour-intensive employment opportunities not only through the delivery of public infrastructure, but also through the provision of socially, culturally and environmentally useful services.
We therefore warmly congratulate and applaud South Africa for its expanded public works programme, which is this year's winner of the 2019 Future Policy Bronze Awards.
The Expanded Public Works Programme covers 4 sectors: infrastructure, non-state sector to look beyond public funding, environment and culture, and social.
Said we have to focus on work opportunities. Secondly, we have to look at income transfer into poor households in the context of social protection. And thirdly, we have to look at what lies beyond the work opportunities, namely assets created and services delivered in communities. Taking that into account, what are the pathways into further employment and further enterprise development?
ke ne ke tle ke fetsa batho ke nka dipashe tsa batho ke tšhentšhile bophelo ba ka bana ke mona nou tjena ke kgona go patala di-account ke kgona go nka dintho ke fumane certificate sa ka and ke na le tsebonyane e nngwe e itseng
jabulisa ukuba kule project umama wami ngumntu oneswekile sokuke wenzeka uba wagula wanunyula umlenze kwabe kunzima bangafumani umlenze sozikwazi ukuba msimthengele umlenze ngokwami abanye ndibaziyo abanye banamakhosikazi ngoku ebengenawo.
A warm welcome to the Honourable Nicolo Kiviet, Deputy Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure of South Africa. Our sincerest congratulations to South Africa for their outstanding expanded public works program. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a huge round of applause.
Deputy Minister Honourable Kivet, congratulations on your award. We would like to hear a little bit more about how local youths benefit from the expanded public works program.
Thank you, Martina, and allow me to first thank the organizers of this prestigious award, because the award itself is an encouragement and gives us impetus to try and do better and do more, especially for our young people. As the video was saying, this project has created, in fact, not even 8, now we're at 10 million. We're targeting 5 more million young people, young women, at work. The beauty about it is that it breaks the cycle of poverty. It ensures that no child goes to bed on an empty stomach. Whilst we dealing with the challenges of high unemployment, it becomes a mitigating program against unemployment. But most importantly, it empowers young people to be better citizens, but most importantly, to be better people, in that it has helped us build a core of young people who have skills in various fields, such as infrastructure development, environmental management. And if I could share with you and boast about the ones that are working on environment, we have a program called Working on Fire, which has which has enabled us to assist Canada during the fire in Canada. That core of young people were flown to Canada and assisted Canada to bring down the fires. We have more than 400 sites where they are trained, where they are helping us deal with forest fires, veld fires, and the like. And at the same time, it empowers them to be better citizens. It encourages the spirit of Ubuntu, knowing that I am because you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Nicolo Kiviet, Mr. Chauvel, and Ms. Darmanin. The Future Policy Silver Award is given to Scotland, Developing the Young Workforce 2014 to 2021. Let's first watch a short film about this inspiring policy.
I would like to go into the performing arts industry. I'd like to be a teacher, be a mechanic, a doctor, a vet, policeman, firefighter. I would like to be a technical engineer.
A journalist.
I'll be a PE teacher. Be a coder for websites and games.
It is now my pleasure to call to the lectern Mr. Vladimir Marinkovic, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Serbia, and Ms. Sofia Najid, North Africa representative from All Africa Students Union, to give the next congratulatory speech.
Excellencies, honorable members of parliament, ladies and gentlemen. The Future Policy Silver Award 2019 in the category of Economic Empowerment goes to Scotland's Developing the Youth Workforce Strategy.
Congratulations to United Kingdom, congratulations to Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, developing the young workforce in Scotland's youth employment strategy and its government commitment is tackling youth unemployment in improving the skill levels of young people to adapt to market requirements. It brings together the education system, employers, civil society, youth organizations, and local authorities in order to shape the curriculum and expand the modern apprenticeship program. The strategy is now an integral part of the Scottish education system and aligned with ambitious national goals to realize Agenda 2030 and transform into a green economy and a fair society. Moreover, its headline target to reduce youth unemployment by 40% by 2021 has been reached 4 years ahead of schedule, and more than 28,000 modern apprenticeships have been created. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We therefore warmly congratulate Scotland for its developing the Young Workforce Strategy that received this year's Future Policy Silver Award.
Our sincerest congratulations to Scotland for their outstanding developing the Young Workforce Strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause.
We have asked Scottish youth what do they feel about receiving the Future Policy Silver Award 2019, and they replied the following.
As young people of Scotland, we want to thank you for awarding a Silver Future Policy Award 2019 to our Developing the Young Workforce programme. The programme has listened to young people to increase choice and pathways from school through college and into work. In Scotland, we want to ensure there are no wrong pathways and that all learner journeys are valued. We would like to thank Mr Hepburn, our Skills Minister, for supporting the programme, Sir Ian Wood for his vision, Young Scot for supporting our voice, Education Scotland and our schools, Skills Development Scotland and Scotland's colleges in making the programme possible. The programme's success is down to the continued collaboration of all these partners.
Thank you, Youth of Scotland, Mr. Marinkovic and Ms. Najid. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, we now come to the last exciting winner of this year's ceremony. It is now my pleasure to call on stage Ms. Alexandra Wandel, Executive Director of the World Future Council, and Ms. Martina Darmanin, member of the Executive Committee of the European Students' Union, to give the last congratulatory speech.
Excellencies, honourable members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, the Future Policy Gold Awards 2019 in the category of economic empowerment goes to Rwanda's Youth Connect initiative.
The Youth Connect initiative is a multifaceted and innovative program that empowers youth, connects them to the private sector, to government employment and entrepreneurship opportunities, and also strengthens their civic engagement and leadership. With some impressive results, around 600,000 young people have participated every year since 2012 in National Youth Connect months through hands-on activities in their communities, and thousands of jobs have been created. Already 12 countries have now subscribed to the Youth Connect model. And as of 2017, every year, Youth Connect Africa summits take place, and they aim to transform the continent with potent actors by creating 10 million jobs for youth in sustainable jobs, environments, and also reducing gender inequalities.
We therefore warmly congratulate and applaud Rwanda for its Youth Connect initiative, which thoroughly deserves the 2019 Future Gold Policy Award.
Whilst we will now see a short video about Rwanda's Youth Connect, we already invite the Honourable Donatille Mukabalisa, who is the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies of the Parliament of Rwanda, to join the stage.
2012 by His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, the Youth Connect program is a homegrown solution which aims at youth socio-economic empowerment and ethical values nurturing. 48 Youth Connect debates known as Hangouts have been organized, raising awareness among 20,000 youth about different issues such as employment, entrepreneurship, ICT, and others. More than 200 TV shows have been produced and broadcasted on Rwanda National Television and Radio. 7 Youth Connect boot camps were organized to coach 622 young innovators. The businesses of more than 180 youth who receive financial awards of around 24.5 million Rwandan francs every year were developed, which resulted in the creation of 8,309 jobs. Apart from that, 7 Youth Connect conventions have been organized, gathering in total over 21,000 youth around national dialogue platforms where they discussed youth-related issues and were given the opportunity to contribute to national policies. 6 ICT
A warm welcome to the Right Honorable Donatille Mukabalisa, Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies of the Parliament of Rwanda. Our sincerest congratulations to Rwanda for their truly outstanding Youth Connect initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a huge round of applause.
Honorable Donatille Mukabalisa, congratulations on this award. We would love to hear what it means for Rwanda to receive this award.
Thank you. First of all, His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, received this award with honor and gratitude. This award means that his efforts together with others, in empowering youth in different areas, in engaging youth in different areas are recognized. This award means also for His Excellency Paul Kagame and the present leadership worldwide that it is very important to work with youth, to work with young people, and to give them the place they deserve in directing the future of the world that belongs to them the most.
And what would you say has been the greatest impact of the Youth Connect initiative?
The Youth Connect initiative connected young people with their peers, with role models. It contributed in skills development, in access to finance, and access to opportunities in terms of entrepreneurship. More than 4 million young people from Rwanda benefited from it, and as it helped in creating more than 600 enterprises owned by young people. It contributed a lot in the skill development and job creation. It contributed a lot also it is contributing in our economic growth by enabling young people in job creation and build ownership of different programs of our government based on our culture and our history.
Thank you, Right Honorable Donatille Mukabalisa, Ms. Wandel, and Ms. Darmanin. I now call on stage all awardees, speakers, and partners of this year's awards so that we can take a group picture before we conclude. Ladies and gentlemen, the main aim of the Future Policy Award is to inspire policymakers to speed up action. And parliamentarians and policymakers play a huge role, a very critical role in the empowerment of youth. And the 2019 Future Policy Award winners prove that it is definitely possible and show how. Please join us in spreading the word about these award-winning policies. They are summarized in the brochure that you can pick up at the information desk at the exit. Please collaborate with us to spread the word about these amazing initiatives with study hours and interparliamentary hearings for policymakers. And before we conclude, allow me to dearly thank all those whose wonderful support made this year's award ceremony and the award possible. The entire team at the World Future Council, all of our partners, foremost amongst the Interparliamentary Union and the United Nations Development Program, along with the UN Secretary General's Youth Envoy, the Youth Policy Labs, the ILO, the Michael Otto Foundation, and the JUA Foundation, as well as our jury, our experts, and all other in-kind supporters. Without your support, we would not be able to highlight the amazing policies that are empowering youth. Our founder, Mr. Jakob von Uexküll, always says, why live with problems that we can solve? Our answer is that we must take action now before it is too late. I hope you found this ceremony inspiring and meaningful, and I thank you all for your kind attention. Have a very nice evening.
Empower youth! Okay, done.